Hi, welcome to your class today. We are working on Introduction to Headstand. We're going to interlace our fingertips and stretch the palms forward and away. This is going to help to open up the wrist joint, so if we are starting to put pressure into our hands, we know that our hands are ready for it. So as you start to stretch forward, you can now start to lift those arms up. Maybe they come up halfway. Maybe the arms come in line with the ears. Even more, perhaps you can bring those arms even further back beyond those ears to really start finding that stretch into the shoulders. And then slowly start to bring your body forward from that handwork into all fours again. And from here, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. This time, elbow creases forward, chest and chin come down, and we push our bodies back up to stronger, straighter arms. 2 more times. Chest and chin come down, looking forward, long in the neck, elbows bending by your rib cage. And then inhale, push up with all 10 fingers. Exhale 2 more times, coming down. The lower you go, the more you've got to push the body back up. And also try to see if your hands are distributing weight across all 10 fingers. So it's not just the palms pushing down when you lift, you're pressing your fingertips and really clawing into the mat as you powerfully press away. Child's pose, knees go wide, hips to heels, taking your time to relax into the shoulders, the arms. Take a moment here again. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths in and out. And then we're going to finally find our way back up into the final section of the pose for our hands. We're coming back to sit. So again, it could be sitting on your hips and your heels, or you can sit in a cross-legged position, whatever's more comfortable. This time, we're going to take the thumbs to face down and the backs of the hands to face one another. We're going to take the right wrist over the left wrist and link the fingertips together, make a fist. Bend your elbows out, bring your fists down. Stay here as you relax your shoulders. Take a few moments to manually adjust the shoulder heads back and down, and then bring the fist in slightly towards your chest. And then start to slightly bring those fists upward if that works for your hands. Sometimes we don't have that wrist mobility yet. So maybe staying where the fist is facing in towards the chest. Or you're starting to enhance it. You're starting to bring that fist up a little further, getting into the baby fingers now of the wrist joints, the sides of that wrist joint, the outer edges. And then if it works for your body, again, you start to straighten out a little bit more. But notice if you're clenching the jaw to get straight arms. Are you clenching the shoulders? See if you can relax down and see if that movement can really just be at the wrist, and you can remain calm in your face, in your chest, in your shoulders. Keep breathing. Whatever one you've decided, slowly all of us will start to unwind, unravel the fist back in, down and out and away from you, and switch left wrist over right wrist, bringing those fingertips to clench and clasp together, elbows bend, fist comes down. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Inhale in through the nose, exhale out through the nose, staying there, or maybe the fist comes in a little bit. Now you're starting to rotate through the wrist a little more, working through the fist coming up and slightly forward. Stay right where you need to be. And if you start losing the clasp and you start really tensing at the shoulders and tensing at the jaw, then you've gone too far. So just come back a step so you can really feel the stretch and breathe. If you're following me today and you're starting to extend your arms a little further forward, straightening them out a little, go ahead. But again, if you start to lose that clasp and if it starts to become too much on the jaw and the shoulders, just take it back slightly. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Lifting up, elbows bend, fist comes up. Slowly bring the fist in and down, releasing out wherever we were. Roll out the wrist. Shake out the fingertips, and then let's put pressure back into our hands again. But this time, option 1, fingertips forward. Option 2, fingertips to the side, left side, right side, edges of your mat, and you can shift your body weight side to side for that one. Option 3, fingertips face towards the knees. Thumbs are on the outer, facing the outer edges of your mat. Take time here to shift your weight forward and back. Super strong, straight arms if you can. Really trying to press that weight back into your hips, back into your fingertips. And when you shift back, keep pressing the forearms down. Keep pressing the palms down so you get a deep stretch through the forearms. Good, we're ready for more. So place your hands slowly back to face forward if they weren't already there. Tuck your toes, push back, hips to heels. Really breathe into the backs of your legs. And then start to lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take some time to pedal out your feet. So straighter legs behind us, the more that we can get into the flexibility of our feet behind us, the longer those legs will lift and the less work to kick ourselves into this headstand, more control. So flexibility of the backs of our legs is really important. The strength, the fingertips pressing down, clawing, and strong, straight, powerful arms is really important. So we've done our feet and our hands. Let's do more stretching at the backs of our legs to get us ready. Right leg steps forward, back knee comes down. You're gonna shift your weight back, walk your hands back, and straighten out the front leg, flexing your toes towards your face. If you can, belly comes towards the thigh, chin to chest, forehead down towards the knee. Good, take a few moments to breathe into the entire back body. So the backs of the calves really stretch out, backs of the hamstring really pull up into the back hip and through the lower back, upper back, and through the head and the neck, the entire western front of the body. Take it forward now as you lift your head, step your right leg back to meet your left, and move your left leg forward now between the hands. Same thing, Hanuman, half split on the other side. Again, hips go back. Keep your legs straight in that front foot. Square off. This is a good place for blocks or books right underneath our hands if we need a little bit more space from hands to floor. Flex your toes towards your face, bring that left hip back slightly, and then stay or maybe bend your elbows. Bring your chest in towards the front leg, chin to chest, forehead to knee, and breathe into the pose. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly start to walk yourself forward and step back into all fours, hands plug into the floor under shoulders, tuck those toes, lift those hips back into down dog, and this time lift up on tippy toes and press your heels down. Don't worry if they don't touch. Let's go again. Lift up tippy toes and then push the heels back and down. So just really starting to elongate those legs even more. And then let's do some shoulder upper body strengthening work. So shoulders over wrists, plank pose, looking forward, trying to imagine this one straight line with your body. Head pointing forward, press your heels back like you're pressing against an imaginary board behind those heels. Keep your arms super strong and straight. And again, not just in the palms, but in the fingertips too. Keep pushing the floor away. Lift your head, tuck your tail under, strong and straight with the body. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Coming down onto forearms, so elbows or knees bend, and then your elbows come down as well. So bringing those elbows underneath the shoulders, place your hands to those elbows to tuck them in a little more. And then make a fist with your hands. Clasp your fingertips together, make a fist. So tuck those toes again, lift those hips, coming back into those down dog legs, and you may need to pedal out a little more because this is a little deeper in the calf muscles now, a little bit harder to maneuver because we're so close to the ground. There's so much more pressure against the forearms and the shoulders, and there's a lot more pressure to find that stretch in the backs of the legs. Take that push those hands down, push your head forward, so start to bring your head forward and really press into those heels. And then push back into child's pose, knees go wide, hips to heels, take your time, breathe here, inhale, exhale, and roll it up, rounding, coming all the way up. So the next tutorial to set up and prepare is a wide leg forward fold. We'll tuck our toes, find that down dog position, and step the left foot all the way forward and take a walk to the right long edge of our mat. See if you can walk your feet out just slightly wider. hands to block floor or legs, and see if you can lift up halfway, lengthen your spine forward, and then exhale, hinging at the hips, your belly comes down, your tail lifts up higher, your head comes down lower. And see if you can start placing your fingertips back in line with those toes. Lift those kneecaps up, engage through the upper legs, and keep bowing your head forward. Inhale, slow lift coming up. And we're gonna take ourselves forward and then back into hands and knees. Step your left leg back, come down onto hands and knees. The final one to do here is right hand, left hand back under shoulders, right leg lifts up high. We're gonna get the core strength now to get us into these headstand poses. So knee comes to nose, find that little crunch, that squeeze of the abdominals, and then extend your head and your leg. And again, squeeze in and extend and kick away. Good, final one, squeeze in and extend and kick away. And if you continue to keep working in headstand, these are the good poses that really help to strengthen the core. Let's do it to the other side. Left leg extends, right leg, your left leg moves back and your head moves forward. And your left knee comes to nose and curl. And then you extend and kick away. And then you come back and move forward. And the final one, you kick away. Good, and again, you can always add on more if you need to, but for now, let's move back into child's pose, getting off of those hands, getting ready for our headstand preparation and pose. Lowering the head, keep your breath in and out through the nose. Great. So there are two different kinds of headstands. Take a moment here to slowly lift yourself up and come in to watch the screen so you can see these two different preparations. One headstand is tripod. So we're gonna bring hands down to the base of the mat, the base of what our headstand's gonna be, so two hands in one straight line. And the head comes forward in front of those hands like you're making a triangle. The prep here will be to tuck the toes, lift the hips, and find that down dog position again. Elbows come in towards one another, and you push your hands like crazy into the floor. And coming out of this one now, knees come down. Take some time here as you lift your head up all the way to seated. Blood pressure changes, so catch your breath. Tripod. The next one is classical headstand, where you'll bring your hands to opposite elbows and tuck them underneath the shoulders more. Make a fist with those hands, but keep those palms open. So you're gonna cradle the back of your head. Bring the head to the floor, hands to the back of the head. Tuck those toes, push into the elbows and the wrist as you lift those hips up. Again, a few more times here if you want. You can just pedal out those feet, take some time to get into the backs of your legs. But then when you're ready, you can bend your knees a bit and really focus on the upper body. Can you push into the floor with the entire forearm? Can you push into the floor using the upper body strength, your forearm strength? So there's not a lot of pressure in your head, so much that maybe your head could lift. So a lot of strength in the arms. And then push down, knees wide, hips to heels, catch your breath, find your child's pose. Good, roll it up, coming all the way up to seated. Catching your breath again, inhale, exhale. Good, so headstand is a mindful pose and it can be incredibly therapeutic if we're coming into it in systems and in a really nice way for your body to take care one step at a time. So the first one is to get the upper body strength and positioning. The second one would be to engage the core like we did in that head to knee. So when we were bringing that knee in towards our nose, there was those abdominal crunches that we were doing to really start to find a strength in the transverse, the deep abdominal muscles that go across your body. And so then the final one is the strength of our legs. That whole idea in down dog is when we start to walk our feet out, we're getting into the backs of our legs so we can start to lift and kick up for our headstand. But also more than that, strong legs contribute to a strong lower belly. So we're all working into these three sections: upper body, core, and lower legs. So let's give it a try. Elbows come in, we're working into classical, so you don't have to come into this headstand, but I'm gonna show the first one. Cradle into the back of the head, elbows in, push the floor, tuck those toes, lift those hips. Walk those feet in a little bit. Try not to curl to the back of the head. You want to be slightly forward right above your forehead. Super strong arms. Maybe your right knee comes up and your left knee comes up towards your triceps, and then you're working those toes to flex, and you're holding it here with your core strength. If you're ready to, one leg can start to lift up high, flex or point those toes, keep the legs super active on both your feet. If you want to do both legs, you start to squeeze an imaginary block or feather between those legs and start to lift both those legs up. Really super strong, super straight, super slow. Holding it here for as many breaths as you would like. And then try to release with control. You want to start to bring your knees slowly back towards your belly, and then start to slowly lower those toes whenever you can. You push back, child's pose. Decompress your head and neck. Take some time to rock your head out side to side, release and breathe. And then slowly start to lift yourself up, creating space at the throat and in the front of your chest. You can lift those arms up for a little rebound. Interlace the fingertips, stretch the palms up and away. Exhale, hands come back to the floor. A few cat-cows to get the spine to mobilize again. So belly down, look up, lift the tail. Exhale, round, tuck your chin, tuck your tail. 2 more times, belly down, look up, super straight arms, fingertips wide. Exhaling, rounding. Final one, keep breathing, catch your breath. Inhale up with the head, exhale, rounding with the body. Good, let's take a seat back and let's start to connect. So the thing with yoga is that we're connecting all the strength together. It has to connect. Shoulders connect to the core connects to your legs, and it all works together. So tripod, some people will say that this is a little bit easier because there is a second point before lifting those legs. So follow me here. Hands come down to the base of your triangle. The head is going to be at the top of your triangle. So go ahead and set yourself up into this triangle position. Tuck those toes, lift those hips, and downward facing dog legs. Now what we see here quite common is that elbows go wide. Can you bring your elbows in and close together? Again, pressure in the head, but keep those hands pressing down as well so the work is distributed against the shoulders. This is a little bit nicer for some because the left knee and the right knee can come up one at a time or both together for a little shelf. Flex those toes. Pressure is still at the top of the head above the forehead, but not too far back. Then again, once more, 1 to 2 legs can start to squeeze and lift up. But remember, keep thinking of those inner thighs, those adductors, like you're squeezing something between those legs, and then keep those toes active. With control, we start to bring those knees back to belly. Super, super strong as we come down and lower. You can bring elbows to knees or toes down. Child's pose again for a moment. Decompress your head. Maybe bring the chin in, hands towards those heels. Lower the head, tuck in slightly like a rabbit's pose. And then roll it up, coming slow and steady up to a seated position. Catch your breath. And again, let's do some work with our shoulders. So from here, your left hand can come down, right arm goes up and over. Take that stretch through the side body just to rebound from that pose. Maybe lift the head up a little, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. And then back to the other side, right hand comes down, left arm lifts up, and we stretch it over towards the right. That bottom shoulder can come forward more, that top shoulder can stretch back more. Keep breathing, really stretching out through the fingertips. And then slowly coming back up again. So hopefully again, 1 to 2 more shoulder shrugs, and that should help ease off any pressure that you might have felt. So that completes our headstand how-to practice for today. You can revisit this video anytime, working on those 3 elements of opening up the shoulders and strengthening them, working through the core, and then also opening up those legs and strengthening them, and then putting it all together for your headstand prep. If you'd like to try other videos, please do come back onto our channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and we'd love to get back and hear more from you.